Welcome everybody. This is the College Fund Resource 101 workshop. We'll start off with some brief introductions. So hello, my name is Adriana. I'm one of the college success coaches with the Student Success Services at the American Indian College Fund. It's really nice to meet y'all virtually. Sorry, I'm all belchy because I'm drinking. Seltzer. I should not be drinking this right now, but anyways, Navajo. I'm originally from Wood Rock, Arizona, but I currently reside in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So very, very excited to be here with y'all tonight. So I'll go ahead and let the other College Fund staff introduce themselves.
Yate she Loyola Rankin Yesha, Halso and Ishla Nakai Bashishin, Torigli Dashiche Nakai Dashanale. Hello, my name is Loyola Rankin. I am from Coyote Canyon, New Mexico, currently residing in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am also one of the college success coaches here at the College Fund and happy to assist you with any questions you may have.
Hello, everybody. My name is Julio Barron. I'm one of the other college success coaches here at the American Indian College Fund. I'm actually calling from Aurora, Colorado, but I'm originally raised from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.
I'll go next. Good evening, everyone. My name is Veronica Hirsch. I'm Ch'Okanana. From my mother, I'm Chiricahua Apache, and I serve as the Career Readiness and Employment Program Administrator focused on student programs. I'm participating today from Tucson, Arizona, part of the traditional homelands of the Thalatan and contemporary tribal lands of the Pascua Yaqui tribe.
Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Redshirt. I am Sakanju in Ogallala, Lakota. I'm calling in from our home office at Denver, Colorado. I'm the program assistant for our college access and success space. So I'm really happy to be here and supporting the coaches in providing more information to all of you about the awesome things that we do. And I'm so sorry for not sharing my screen. I am feeling a bit under the weather, so trust me, I'm sparing you all of a beautiful sight.
I'm muted. Well wishes to you, Erin. Thank you so much for being here with us. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's just a few things that we're going to cover. So we're going to cover 4 things basically. So one is going to be the scholarships that we offer. So we'll start off with Loyola talking about the TCU map, which is the Tribal College and Universities map, and the TCU scholarship, which is suggested by each of the TCUs. And then I'll be talking about the Full Circle Scholarship and other additional scholarships and where you can find that on our page. Then we'll go on to the Native Pathways to College section where Julio will be taking it from there. And then we'll bounce over to Veronica to talk about career pathways to work, and then end with announcements where Erin will walk us through how to donate if you're interested to the College Fund, because we all love the donations. We do a lot of work for students, so we would love to have your donation. And sign up for the College Fund newsletter to find out more events that we're doing and some little blog posts and all the fun stuff that we're doing here at the College Fund. Then we'll do a little closing. So again, this is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off and disabled, but feel free to communicate in the chat. And if you have any questions, we have a cool little Q&A feature up here on Zoom. Feel free to ask a question in there, and any one of us who are not talking will, kind of monitor it and answer as we go along. So if there are no questions, am I missing anything, anybody? No? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started with our first, presenter. Trying to see how to stop. Oh, stop share right there. So Loyola will be talking through the TCU map and the scholarship.
Hi, everybody. Definitely thank you so much for being here tonight. We are appreciative that you took the time to join us. I will be sharing a little bit about the TCUs. Some of you are currently attending tribal colleges and universities, so feel free to throw in the chat what your experience has been like for those that are not familiar with what that is. TCUs are tribal colleges and universities. These are tribally controlled and owned institutions of higher ed. Here on the website, we have our map that details where the tribal colleges are located throughout the US. A high concentration, as you can see, in the northern region, North Dakota and South Dakota, along the Montana line here. I don't know what state that is, just kidding. It's Minnesota. And then again down here in the Southwest as well, and one in northern Alaska. These blue dots here will show you where the satellite campuses are located, with the maroon circles being where the home or central campus would be considered. If you want to select a state to view specifically, there's a drop-down menu right over here. With the colleges located throughout the US, that does allow for us to travel to these tribal colleges and provide scholarship as well as additional supports. With tribal colleges, like I said, they are tribally controlled and do offer scholars a unique perspectives around their culture and language, as well as a high concentration of Native American students. Some TCUs do allow non-natives to attend, and then others are Native American students only. So feel free to visit the Tribal College's website to learn more about which ones do allow for non-natives to attend and which ones are Native students only. They are all very unique, all very beautiful, and definitely really highly sought after for educational purposes. Now, you might be familiar with some universities that do have a large population of Native students. Here in the Southwest, we might consider Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, or University of New Mexico here in Albuquerque, that has a large population of Native American students, but they are not considered a TCU because they are not tribally controlled. So I'm going to stop my screen share now. And I'm so used to using Teams that switching between Teams and Zoom is a little bit difficult. Oh, great. You threw it in the chat, Erin. Thank you so much. And so the additional part with the American Indian College Fund is that we do provide a lump sum of funding to these TCUs to provide their own scholarships. So that's called the TCU scholarship. The tribal colleges get to determine what the requirements are, what the length is. We have no say in that. So it's completely at their own discretion for their students. Students who apply for these TCU scholarships must be attending said TCU. That is one of the requirements. So if you're at Navajo Technical University, you cannot apply for the Dene College TCU scholarship. Be sure to check out your financial aid office to know when the deadlines are. Those deadlines are individually, again, for those schools. Also with the TCU scholarships, they are offered every semester. Some of them do have the full year funding as well. So those details, again, are specific to each TCU. If you receive the Tribal College and University Scholarship, you can also receive the Full Circle Scholarship. And Adriana will talk a little bit more now about the Full Circle Scholarship.
All right, thank you, Loyola. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Yeah, so Loyola just talked about the Tribal College Scholarship, but we also offer another one, which is called the Full Circle Scholarship. Some of you might already be a part of that. Some of you might have been a part of the Full Circle program, and maybe some of you are future Full Circle scholars. So we welcome all of you here. Basically, this is one of our scholarships that we host, and we also have student ambassadors as well. This is just a cool little picture of the ambassadors of this year. Julio is actually kind of the father of the program. No, I'm just kidding. But I thought I would just point that out. But you can see here that the scholarship season kickoff event is going to be happening on February 1st on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you're interested in learning more information about the scholarship, Full Circle Scholarship, or the Tribal Scholarship, we definitely encourage you to attend. You can register for free here on the website. But here's a little description of the application process. So here's the eligibility. Any Native American U.S. citizen that is a member or a descendant of a state or federally recognized tribe with at least a 2.0 grade point average and enrolled as a full-time student can apply for the scholarship. So there's a video here with the application walkthrough video as well, so you can watch that, and it kind of walks you through the application process. And then the application is here. We are going to be opening the scholarship for the 2023-2024 academic year on February 1st. So for those of you who are thinking about applying for the Full Circle Scholarship, or who are high school seniors and maybe you want to, apply basically, definitely keep in mind that February 1st date. And we definitely, again, encourage you to attend the scholarship kickoff event. So here's a few things that you'll need. So you'll need a digital photo, and this can be, it needs to be professional, but it doesn't need to be real professional. Like, you don't have to go out and pay money to get a professional photo done. It can just be very simple, like a kind of basic top or whatever, as long as it's appropriate, behind or in front of like a white wall, and just have somebody snap a picture of you. It can be on your phone, just something to kind of help us identify the name with the face, basically, when the application is being looked over. And then your tribal affiliation, your proof of tribal enrollment, or a certificate of Indian blood, CIB, or your grandparents enrollment with your birth certificates. So you can see that one of the eligibility is to be a member or descendant of a federally recognized or state recognized tribe. And this goes back 2 generations. So again, it can be your parents or it can be your grandparents, as long as you're providing that tribal descendancy or that they were a member of said tribe. And then a transcript so it can be your most recent high school or college transcript, and official is not needed at this point. So but yeah, there's some really cool things here too. There's an applications tips page. It'll open up. I think it opened up. Oh yeah, here it is. So again, you'll see the video, and then here's a few points to look at when you're applying or doing your application. And then it also features a frequently asked questions page as well. So, where and how do I apply when our applications open? So you can see they open on February 1st to May 31st of each year. So remember, keep those dates in mind if you're interested in applying. Some other frequently asked questions: what does the application require? So again, you can see those requirements here. And how can I find my cumulative GPA? So it can be on your transcript. So some really good questions here that you can look at if you have any questions. If you still need help, of course, you can always ask the scholarships team, or you can even reach out to one of us, honestly. So we're here to help you out with that. But you can also find more information about the tribal college and TCU or university scholarships here as well, and then find more information about tribal colleges there. So really cool thing to look at. Again, please browse into our website if you have any questions or you want to learn more about the scholarship section. So we'll go ahead and go off next with, I think it's Julio, right?
Yes. Okay. All right. So right now we will share my screen. Let's see. Okay. All right. It should be up there right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of talk about the Native Pathways book that we have. On the chat, let me know if you've ever read it before, or is this the first time reading it, but I'm kind of go briefly look through some important topics on it and stuff like that. But to be honest, I've read the book multiple times and stuff like that. It's all good resource to have and a good tool. So right here, we're just going to kind of start out with the collegefund.org website and everything. I'm just going to kind of go through it for the students, and then you're going to go down to Native Pathways. And then right here, just kind of, there's a video right here, talking about an experience and everything, but I want you guys to look at this Native Pathways guidebook. You click on the view the guidebook, and then this will pop up. So it's a PDF version of the Pathways notebook itself. So this right here, you can enlarge it and stuff, and I'll do that right now, just for everyone to see it. But I'm just going to hit some key points in it just to kind of look at. So right here, just the contents and stuff like that, it gives you kind of like a representation of what's going to be talking about and stuff. So how to get into college, how to pay for college, how to choose a college, and what to expect your first year. And then vice versa, you just kind of see all the specific topics that are down here. So there's always something for every student to look at. And then right here, we'll go to page, let's see, page 10 to 11. So this right here is like how to write a personal statement. This right here is very useful just to kind of like, when you're applying to colleges and stuff like that, just a personal statement. to like for other people to know who you are as a person and as a student and everything, you know. So this is just kind of like a helpful tool to kind of know what to expect, what to do, and what to write and everything. So definitely look at this, these pages right here, pages 10 and 11, to kind of look at this as well. So definitely look at it, and there's some great tips on how to do it as well. And then for my next one, let's see. So for page 20 to 21, so becoming a financial warrior in easy steps. So this is just kind of like helping you like kind of like build like a budget and stuff like that. Knowing what to expect when you go to school, like what scholarships you're going to apply for, you know, like how much is transportation going to be, the living expenses, you know, depending if you're going to live on campus or off campus or back at home, you know. These are key things to know what to do and what to expect to like keep yourself at a good budget and stuff like that. Because finances are a difficult one for a lot of students and stuff, but I want you to be even more prepared when you get in it as well, you know. So just like a quick example and stuff like that, you know, but definitely read through it and everything to get to know what to do later in life. And then also for the next one, page 24 to 25. So this one is talking about a little bit about the FAFSA application, you know, and then just a couple things on how they complete it, but also like simple mistakes that some students might get to, you know. So read through this and everything, you know, to kind of get to know what not to do and what to do and stuff like that. But the most important thing is do your FAFSA application, because there's going to be grants and there's money and stuff like that, and also loans as well. But those will kind of give you like the specific things that you need to know. So right here, you can kind of tell like there's the grants, scholarship, tuition waivers, and loans, you know. So read through them and stuff, and then know like the differences between all of them as well, you know, just to make sure what you're signing up for and everything. So just the FYI. And then for the next thing, it's pages 26 through 27. And this one is just kind of talking about like tips on how to apply for scholarships, you know. And of course, you know, February 1st, our scholarship is opening up. So I definitely recommend everyone to do that if you're going to college in the upcoming academic year. So keep that in mind, you know. And then also, you know, just kind of like the rest of the other things, just kind of talking about like the application process and everything, recommendations of what to do and what to expect, you know. So, and there's definitely other specific ones that come up here for other scholarships and stuff, but definitely do your research when you look at these scholarships and everything. So keep that in mind. And then we'll go on to the next one now. Let's see, okay. 28 to 29, okay. So this one is developing a career plan. So, you know, it's never too early to start up a career plan and stuff like that, or set up some goals for yourself and everything. And then also, you know, getting started on a resume too, you know, so like there's always something to put on there and everything. And there's always a couple examples from this book right here to kind of help you out with the specific things as well. So yeah, just keep that in mind and everything. And if you ever need help with like looking at resumes, I don't mind looking at it. And I don't know if anyone else on the staff don't mind either, but we're always here to help and support, okay? And also, of course, you know, there's resources probably on your campus and stuff that will have like a career center or something like that, or an advisor of any sort, you know, to kind of help you out with those specific things. So and then now we'll go into the next one. I know I'm kind of skipping a lot of pages, but read through all of them and stuff. Everything is good on here, but I'm just kind of hitting the key points out of this book right here. Pages 44 to 45 is interacting with a faculty in a good way, you know. So like building those connections, you know, asking for help when you need it, you know. Don't be scared to ask for help, you know. If you don't understand something, or you just have a question about a specific thing, go to your advisor, go to your professors, go to your specific coach, you know. Just like there's always things that can help you out with everything while you're going through this journey called school, you know. So we want to be able to help you out and not get you too stressed and stuff like that. We're here to support you throughout your whole collegiate career. The next one, let's see, okay, so pages 50 to 51. So when you go to college and everything, you know, always ask your advisors, like, what are the student support services that you have, you know. And this one's just kind of giving a couple of examples on like places that you should go and stuff like that, if you're needing that type of support and everything. So American Indian, Alaska Native Student Support Services. Sometimes it could be a multicultural center, or a Native American center. There's many names and stuff like that. You know, you just kind of have to look for those things when you researching for your specific school, or if you're already in school already, definitely ask for like, what are the student support services that you guys have for me to utilize and stuff like that. You guys paid for these services, that depending on the college or university, use them to your advantage and everything. Again, you know, a writing center or academic tutoring, you know, like if you need help with like, you know, writing a paper stuff, or you need someone to correct some things or give you some tips on how to like brainstorm type of stuff, go to the writing center. And of course, you know, if you need help with a specific subject and everything, there should be some tutoring at your specific school as well. Again, you know, if you're like need help with like your FAFSA or anything, or need like help with like, I need some more money and stuff, you know, or like help with like, you know, applying for other scholarships and stuff like that, you know, the financial aid office would be a good one as well. Dean of Students office, lesbian, gay, LGBTQ services as well, counseling and psychological services, so mental health matters and stuff like that. So if you guys have it and stuff like that, definitely utilize it if you get the chance, okay? And then also, depending on the college or university, career or professional centers. Sometimes these centers could help you out, like looking for internships, or like researching like specific career plans out there and stuff like that. So yeah, those are just a couple things and stuff like that, but I do recommend like looking through this book and everything. So other than that, that is it for me. I don't want to go into more detail about everything, but I do recommend looking at this and stuff like that. And I don't know if the link was put onto the chat, but like definitely look at it when you get the chance, okay? But yeah, no, thank you for listening. Appreciate you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Julio. Yes, we definitely encourage you to check it out. It is available for a digital copy on our website, and we do have physical copies, but I'm just not too sure if we can send those out. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But we'll go ahead and get started with Veronica.
Thank you. So I'm just going to plop my contact information right away in the chat, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. Julio actually covered a lot, so I don't have too much more to say, but I do want to share this. So from our main website, you can see this drop-down area for students. In addition to some of the information that Julio already covered, that you can find these tabs, you can click on this one about career success. And I strongly encourage you to watch this brief video. It's about 5 minutes long, and it really talks about the benefits to taking the time to get an internship, whether that internship is a paid or unpaid position. And really not to be too concerned with, does this internship exactly align with my degree or exactly align with, you know, my ultimate life plan? As long as that internship provides you with an opportunity to cultivate skills. Some skills that might be very specific to certain professions, let's say if you want to go into engineering or pharmacy or something like that. But there are other skills in really any internship that are transferable. And transferable skills, sometimes you hear them referred to as soft skills. But I call them transferable skills because transferable skills are just as challenging to learn, just as important to apply, regardless of your degree, regardless of your job. So some of those transferable skills you're probably already familiar with, like time management, accuracy, efficiency. But there's some other transferable skills that you might learn about, like advocacy for yourself, for somebody else. Another transferable skill could be, let's say, creating different types of policies and procedures. You know, committing to paper, let's say, something that is like a standard practice in a certain office or lab or environment, but for whatever reason, somebody just never bothered to write that down. So that's just a couple examples of transferable skills. But regardless of the environment that you're in, you can always look at what transferable skills you can either learn for the first time or you can refine. You can just make the transferable skill you already have even better. So as you see here, there's another video talking a little bit too about, again, the benefit of internships. Here towards the bottom, you're also going to see another video about this amazing resource that we have called Connect. So Connect, as you can see, if you have questions about a specific major, like what does that involve, how much education, maybe cost estimate, what type of job might I be able to apply for and be hired into? Something else to think about, especially post-pandemic. Some would argue we're still in the midst of the pandemic, but the reality of remote work locations or on-site locations, or sometimes what is called a hybrid location, to think about, what suits you, what's part of your lifestyle, what fits into your long-term goals, what type of life do you want to lead and live, and where that might be. All of those things can really influence your decisions about the type of work that you want to pursue. So this resource can really help you answer some of those questions. I'm going to just show you briefly. So I've started a profile. You can see that I call myself an elder in training. And once you create a profile, you can enable a video introduction of yourself. You can list your professional experience. If you have a LinkedIn profile, you can link it here. If you have an active Facebook account, you can also link that here. You can really use this as an opportunity for professional networking, and professional networking that is very specific to not only interacting with other Native colleagues, Native mentors, but also with some non-Native professionals who are allies, who might work in certain industries for certain employers with whom the College Fund has relationships. And so again, this is yet another opportunity for you to develop this transferable skill about self-advocacy, of how do you have an elevator pitch? How do you describe yourself? What you're passionate about, what you care about, why you care about it, and how you can bring that passion to whatever job you're hired into. Another resource that we have, again, all of this is available on that first page. We have a Career Pathways guidebooks. We have guidebooks for days. And so I'm not going to go into too much of this, but I will scroll down here and you can see some of the topics that are covered: finding your path, even what to wear, what is professional attire. And even in that type of conversation, you might hear different opinions about what is appropriate workwear, whether or not, let's say, certain types of tribal regalia, jewelry are appropriate. It's important to discuss that, to think about that, to think about how you want to authentically present and represent yourself, and that you can do so and be professional, that there doesn't have to be a compromise between your culture and your professionalism, that it's part of who you are, part of your professional identity, your professional persona. This also talks about things like, what is a cover letter? Cover letter very much showcases who you are, your talents, your strengths, maybe some unique viewpoints you might bring to a job, in addition to being able to satisfy that job's listed requirements and expectations of that role and that responsibility. It really is an opportunity for you to convey how you will bring all the wealth of knowledge and experience, life experience too, that you have to that role. And that also gets into an important topic about not being so fearful in a situation. It's normal and natural for all of us to be nervous. I was nervous before I started speaking. I'm less nervous now. And so there are tips and tricks about how to overcome that. Chances are, when you speak from a place of authenticity, when you speak from a place where you're talking about your passion, why you care so much about something, that really does a lot to help reduce any nervousness that you have, because it's authentically you. So again, this is a wonderful resource that we have to share with you as well. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And as I mentioned, you have my contact information in the chat. I'm happy to continue this conversation. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Veronica. Yes, these guidebooks have a lot of great information. We definitely encourage y'all to check them out. And again, we're always improving. We're always finding new things that we can improve. So thank you so much for that. I just wanted to share one more quick thing regarding Connect. So as you see, Connect is kind of like our own version of LinkedIn, but we like to say like mainly for the Native community, I guess, and for Native professionalism. But we also do some pathways, which are little modules that you can complete. And these are just some of the ones that we produced for some of our scholars. So we have the one that's manage your time and resources, the power of communicating with your faculty, breathing wellness, and financial success. So you can see it covers several different areas, life and balance, and also mental wellness as well. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit. But Erin, let's go ahead and round us off.
Perfect. Thank you, Adriana. I'm just going to share my screen real fast, and I'll kind of make this short and sweet for anybody who might need to go to an engagement or anything. So on our main website, if anything you heard today is of interest of you, you can always find just our direct website, collegefund.org. We try to keep it short and sweet. Right on the first page, if you're interested after hearing about some of the things that we do in our space, and if you're interested in donating to the College Fund, we have this available at all times on our website, usually at the front page. It takes us to a secure website called engage.collegefund.org. And so this is how you can securely donate to the College Fund. Down here, you can make it one-time payment, a monthly payment. You can pick the amount that you would like to donate. If you don't see the amount that you would like, you could always enter it in down here. And then it'll just take you through the process of putting in your billing information and your personal information, things along that line. And so that's if you would like to donate, and I had it in the chat, 1 second. All right, and then if you are interested in joining our newsletter and staying up to date on what events we might be hosting that are open to the public, any resources that we might add to our website, our YouTube channel, our social media, you can always feel free to sign up for our newsletter here. I'll go ahead and drop that in the chat as well, so that way you can stay up to date. For example, we have a summer conference that we're currently planning that's open to the public, and that will be happening sometime in the month of June or July. And so if you sign up for our newsletter, you can stay up to date on when to hear more information about that. So I'll go ahead and turn it over back to Adriana, and I'll stop sharing. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Erin. Yeah, the newsletter is going to be a really good resource for you all to sign up for if you want to find out any information. For us specifically, mainly for like the student success coaches, we host a lot of events for our Full Circle and Tribal College scholars, but we also on occasion do these public events as well. So, but we want to thank you all so much for being here and giving us 30 minutes of your time. These are all the panelists that we have today. So we have Loyola Rankin, we have myself, Adriana So, we have Julio Barron and Veronica Hirsch as well. So we are all of resource or all of access to you. We have our emails all right here. If you have any information or if you have any questions, we can provide you the information if you have any questions or if you just want to follow up on something that we might have talked about. But yeah, without further ado, thank you again so much for being here. And does anybody have any last words or anything?
The Full Circle deadline does open up February 1st. So definitely mark your calendars for February 1st. Just want to reiterate that. And that'll be for the 2023-2024 academic year.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you guys need help with the scholarship and stuff like that, you could always contact us and stuff like that. It is not hard actually, but if you do need some extra support and stuff like that, we don't mind helping you guys as well too. So just want to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, please make use of any kind of career services that are available on your campus. And maybe while you're doing that, if you're talking with a staff person, let's say who's focused on career advising, and they're not aware that the American Indian College Fund does in fact have a career services person, connect them to me. That would be a great way for the College Fund, for me personally, to help support you regardless of whatever institution you attend, so that we can all be on the same page, make sure that you have all the resources that you need.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you all again so much, and please have a good evening. Stay safe out there, stay warm, and we wish you all a happy 2023. Bye.
Thank you. Have a good night. Take care.